I received an interesting question from my client about the group policy that is up for renewal this year. It's personal accident policy for the students of her school. And she was asking because they're going to have a virtual open house today with the students and prospective parents of prospective students for the school year for her school. And so she said a question might come up about the need for an insurance for the students when the students are just staying inside the house, because as we all know, because of this pandemic, um, uh, alternative modes of learning are now being rolled out, and their school in particular will implement the online distance learning. And so it's a viable question because the parents might be wondering, so if the kids are just in the house, why do they need to be insured? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is, but the DepEd and IATF might eventually transition to blended or face learning, especially when the vaccine comes out, and there might be parents who would want to who prefer to have a face-to-face learning. Of course, it doesn't work for all, but for those who do, and the school will transition to that, then the personal accident insurance would come in hand for that case when they transition back to face-to-face learning. And second, um, the fact that the student is just at home um, doesn't guarantee that the student will not encounter or will not run into any accident at all, right? Because the policy, the insurance policy um, covers students from accident, in cases of accident, whether they're in school or not. Okay. And I remember this funny meme, which gives light on how challenging online learning can be, given areas in the country where the internet connection is really, really poor. And so the meme goes like this: the teacher was on the roof of her house, holding her laptop and saying, holding classes on the roof of her house, and she's like calling the attendance, and for example, she says Pedro, and then the other part of the picture in that meme is Pedro, the student, who is also on the roof of his own house and saying present, ma'am. So it's a funny meme, but it holds a little truth. Of course, not that the kids and the parents will actually go on the roofs of their houses, but it does give light to how challenging this can be. The online learning can be, given the present situation of our internet connection. So although that's an exaggerated example, but the point is, um, our kids are not exempt from accident by just being at home. Of course, it lessens the risk of getting into accidents, but it doesn't completely remove that risk of getting into accidents. And so this is where the personal accident insurance policy comes in handy. And because it's a group insurance, the cost is actually very minimal. Like in your case, the plan that the school chose by clients chose is would give life insurance coverage for 200,000 pesos, and medical reimbursement in cases of accident worth 20,000 pesos. And the premium for this is just 0.0575% of the benefit. So for a very minimal cost, which is the beauty of group insurance, it's a very minimal cost to give you to give parents peace of mind, which is actually the why behind we get into insurance. Um, like in learning, like in anything in life, when you know the why uh, behind the things that you do, then it becomes clear. When it becomes clear how you do it, and it answers, it gives answers to your questions on why do you need to do it, on what you need to do when you know the why behind. So there. So why do we need, why is insurance in place? It's for the simple reason of giving you peace of mind. And in this time of uncertainty, and fear, that's our kids getting into accident is, and carry, and the cost that comes with meeting that is one thing that, one less thing, getting an insurance for that purpose is one less thing off our minds in these times of uncertainty. So I hope that answers your question, and thank you